Hey everybody, and welcome to History Recolored. I'm going to set up a little series here that I've got going on that I'm recoloring, and I'm going to add some commentary to it. This particular series is called Court of Human Relations. It was a series that was put out back in 1959. You can think of it as, interestingly enough, like an old-time people's court or an old-time Judge Judy, where there's no real judge or jury, but more or less a panel that is mulling over certain situations that occur in real life. And based on that situation, they make recommendations as far as how to handle the situation that is in front of them. Now, some of the topics of the time in 1959, which was 66 years ago now, were very controversial. I'm going to let this episode speak for itself, but I think it's a series that you might enjoy and reflect on times past and help to be understood how different things are today than they were back then. And then if you really think about it, or are they? So without any further ado, here's the show.
The Court of Human Relations, dedicated to the peace and harmony of the American home, with the man who has won the gratitude of a great following for his devotion to the cause of mediation and better human relations, Mr. A.L. Alexander.
It is a privilege to be welcomed into your home as a guest and to invite you on a fascinating adventure in human experience. As we look about at the anxieties and tensions that plague our world, is it any wonder that the average person is left bewildered and out of breath, often disillusioned? And yet, with all the shadows of uncertainty, one fact is clear, that never before have there been so many exciting challenges. The problems are tremendous, but the potentialities are magnificent. The world changes, the mechanics of living change. But this basic fact remains. There can be no human advancement without a sound family life. The principal source of human happiness and well-being has always and ever been the affections arising from the life of the family and the home. And so in these times, when the sharp tensions of everyday living place a special burden on these relationships, we submit each week to our mediation panel an issue of real life. The object of the mediation idea is to bring about better understanding through the friendly intervention of impartial mediators, emphasizing where possible the value of concession and compromise, of cooperation, instead of continued disorder and confusion. We welcome this week's panel. Three notable figures in contemporary life. The distinguished American novelist, Miss Fannie Hurst. One of the most active and inspiring careers in America, famed author of The Power of Positive Thinking, Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. Great figure in this field, so gifted in the establishment of happy and harmonious human relations, Dr. Ralph Emerson Davis. There is no torment worse than the torment of suspense. And here is one of the most extraordinary issues to come to our attention in some time. It shows the sense of bewilderment and helplessness that comes over people in bitter disagreement, with the only result growing confusion and animosity. Now, I think you'll appreciate our concern for protecting the identities of the people involved. We submit the issue, therefore, in dramatized form, revealing all the details, at the same time avoiding all question of embarrassment to the actual people. Here are the facts as presented to me. In a small suburban community in Long Island lives a middle-class family. It is late one evening as the younger daughter, obviously upset, arrives home.
Arlene? Arlene? the matter, Eileen? Tell me.
Can't, Mama. I can't.
No. Tell me what it is. Sure, it can't be as bad as you make it out. Just tell me.
Mama, I just want to die.
Don't talk so foolish, my baby. Come now. Tell me what it is. I'm sure it can't be that bad.
Yes. Yes, Mama.
Tell me.
Well, I met a man, Mama. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realize. I loved him, Mama. Now I'm... Oh, Mama!
What? How do you know?
The doctor today.
Who's the man?
Know him, Mama.
Who's the man?
Started a few months ago. I thought we were going to be married, Mama. We had such wonderful plans. He was so kind to me. And then when I told him this evening,
What did he say? What did he say?
told me he was married. Mama, I didn't know. I didn't know until this evening. When I told him, he said such mean things to me. He was so horrible to me. Mama, Mama, forgive me. Please forgive me, Mama.
I'm only glad your father isn't alive to see this.
Mama, what can I do?
Can you do now? Oh, fool.
This was only the beginning of the complications in what had been up to now a happy household. For about 2 hours later, Eileen's eldest sister and her husband return home. The couple share the house with Eileen and her mother.
Beth and Harold are lots of fun, aren't they?
Yes, they are. We should have them over here for dinner.
I told Beth I'd call her tomorrow.
Good. Look, honey, I'm awfully beat. I think I'll go right to bed. Huh?
All right, dear. I'll just go in and say goodnight to Mother.
Good. Will you say goodnight for me, too?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be long.
Mother, what's the matter? What is it?
How can I tell you? How can I tell you?
What happened while I was out?
Emma, Eileen ran around with a man. He was married. He didn't even tell her that. Now, it's terrible.
You mean
Oh, no.
Where is she?
In our room. Be gentle with her, Emma. She's so upset. Eileen.
Emma.
Oh, my darling little baby.
I loved him so much.
My dear, don't cry. Don't cry, dear. It's so unfair.
You're married, Emma. Can't have a baby. Well, Eileen, who isn't married. I wish this was my baby. Why not? Why couldn't this be my baby? Mama, why couldn't this be my baby? Why couldn't Bob and I adopt Eileen's baby? Oh, Emma, if you only could, it would be wonderful. Eileen, when your time comes now, you go out of town and you have your baby. Bob and I will come here and we'll bring the baby back as if it were ours. Everyone knows we want to adopt a baby. No one will ever know the truth. Oh, Mama, this is like a blessing in disguise for us. A blessing in disguise. Do you think Bob will like the idea? He'll be as thrilled about it as I am. You two pull yourselves together. Go down and make some coffee. I'll go tell Bob and I'll be right with you. Bob! Bob!
Hey, where's the Bible on fire?
Listen to me.
I'm not going
Be
anywhere.
serious.
Oh, look, you mind, young lady, if I put my pajamas?
Bob!
What is it?
Eileen is going to have a baby.
Eileen?
She met a man and fell in love with him, and she didn't know he was married, and now she...
Having a baby? Eileen?
Bob, I know how we can help Eileen and help ourselves at the same time.
How?
You and I will adopt the baby.
Adopt?
Yes, isn't it wonderful for us? I mean, in a way, we'll have our own baby at last, and at the same time we'll be helping Eileen.
Yes, but,
What, Bob? It's so simple and so obvious.
I don't know. There's something about it.
What?
I don't know.
Bob, there isn't anything to prevent our adopting the baby, is there? I mean, legally?
No. Legally, we can adopt the baby, but this is too important for us to decide right away. Let's sleep on it, honey.
Well, how can we with Mama and Eileen downstairs waiting for your answers? You think they'll sleep all night?
We can't rush into anything as serious as this.
Don't you want a baby?
Oh, Emma, you know I do.
Well, then this is our big chance. What's a home without a baby? You said that yourself.
I know, but adopting Eileen's baby.
That's all the better. That's going to make it more like our baby. We have everything to offer it. We have room for it and money, and we'll even have help raising the baby. Mama and Eileen will help us to raise it.
That's it, Emma.
What?
We won't know who the baby belongs to. With you and Mother and Eileen and everybody raising it.
Oh, Bob, please be reasonable.
Look, I'm trying to be very reasonable.
Well, you certainly are not making any sense at all.
Look, let's go downstairs and settle this all together, huh? Come on.
Bob! Bob!
Hello, Mother. Hello, Eileen.
Mama, he doesn't
Now,
understand.
will you please let me do my own talking?
What is it, Bobby? Don't you want the baby?
Sorry, Mother. No.
Do you realize what you're saying?
I'm sorry, Eileen.
Bob,
Honey, you know I'd like to help you, but I don't think I'd be helping you if I adopt your baby.
you would.
I'm sorry.
Bob, you're ruining our one chance of ever having a baby. An opportunity like this is a godsend to us, a godsend.
Will you listen to me?
You know
Emma?
I've always wanted a child more than anything in the whole world.
Well, so have
And
I.
I can't think of anything more wonderful than adopting my own sister's baby.
Bobby, who would you want to adopt this baby? Stranger? Shall we throw it away to people that don't belong to it?
We'll be 1,000 times better off.
What are you talking
You realize
about?
what you're saying?
Just a minute. Will you listen to me?
No, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Now, wait a minute. Will
sensible,
you please let me talk? You don't even know what I have to say.
I've heard...
All right,
No.
let him talk.
Look, it wouldn't be fair to the baby if we adopted it. It wouldn't know who its real mother is. Living under the same roof between its real mother and its adoptive mother.
I don't see what difference that would make.
It would make a big difference, can't you see?
No, I don't see,
Now, look,
Bob.
let me finish, please. How do you think it would be for that poor child with two mothers hovering over it, loving it, dressing it, playing with it? That poor child would develop into a...
If you and Emma didn't live here, it would be better. You want to move away.
No, Mother. No. You just don't understand.
Well, then why are you raising all these crazy questions?
I'll move away. I'll move far away, and then you'll never have to see me anymore.
Where will you move to, Eileen?
Oh, I don't know. Somewhere.
Honey, who will support you? How long do you think you'll stay away? Money or no money? But that still isn't the point.
Well, then what is the point, Bob? If you and I adopt the baby legally, there can't be any question as to who the real mother is.
No, legally, no. Actually, yes, there can be a big question. It'd be different if the child belonged to strangers, if Eileen didn't know about it. But your own sister's baby. You think the law can change Eileen's feelings for her own baby?
Eileen, where are you going, dear?
I'm sorry. Please leave me alone.
Darling, don't. Oh, come on. We're going to work this out now. You know we are.
We won't.
However we work it out, Eileen, we'll take care of you.
How?
Bob, don't you see now? Eileen and I have always gotten along well together. We're not going to change just because there's a baby.
Suppose Eileen wants to get married in a few years. You'll want the baby back.
I won't. I'll never take the baby away from you.
You're just saying that now because you're anxious for us to take the baby. When the baby's a few years old, you're going to feel differently. Now, this can only make misery and heartaches and enemies.
Now, Bob, don't start that again.
Oh, look, after we spend our love and affection on this child, she's going to want her baby back.
Bobby, think of the hurt and disgrace on us now. Can't you see what you're doing, Bob?
I know it's hard on us now, but it'll be twice as hard on us later.
No, it will not. You're just standing in the way of our future happiness.
Oh, I'm doing nothing of the kind.
Please, listen to me this once.
No. We'll be making a terrible mistake if we adopt Eileen's baby.
You just don't want a baby. You're making up a lot of lies, a lot of excuses.
No, I'm not.
I just don't understand it. You wanted a baby so badly. You've been to every adoption agency, and they've all said, we're sorry there aren't enough babies to go around. Now we have this chance to...
We'll just have to wait a little longer.
No, I'm going to adopt Eileen's baby whether you like it or not.
You can't do this by yourself. Remember, I have to sign those adoption papers, too, and I won't sign them.
Yes, you will.
Don't you yell at me.
You're being absolutely unreasonable, and I won't put up with it.
I don't care what you put up with. I won't sign those papers, and that's final.
Bob! Bob, come back! What are we going to do now? What are we going to do?
And there you have it. As dangerous as a lighted bomb, the struggle to possess that infernal machine known as the last word. A slammed door, an impending note of tragedy. Now the mother asks a very pointed question. What are we going to do? Now, Miss Hurst, Dr. Peel, Dr. Davis, when the storm had subsided and some degree of calm had been restored, the actual principals brought the issue that's been raised to our attention. They were willing to recognize the possibility that where strong emotions and sensitive feelings are involved, one's sense of logic and judgment may be misdirected. And so they agreed to submit to an impartial board the question as to what is just and reasonable. Now, Dr. Davis, what about the values here? Just where do the merits lie, in your opinion?
Well, obviously, Mr. Alexander, this case is a fine illustration of something that you have frequently said, namely that there are two sides to every question. There are certainly two sides here. I'm drawn to the viewpoint of this young wife, and I also appreciate the common sense of this young man who sees some difficulties, and he hesitates to go along with his wife. However, I'd like to ask him if the same difficulties don't arise in every situation or plan. You just can't guarantee plans in life in advance. Tonight on the way home, there may be a transportation difficulty Something may blow up and none of us be able to get to our homes. The only way you can go ahead in this life is to have confidence and faith and try to work your plans out as well as you can. I admit that there may be difficulties here, but I don't think they're insurmountable. And I think with the faith and the courage which these young people seem to have, they can be worked out. And I'm impressed by this, that this seems to be a family situation. I sort of see a whole family facing this problem that has arisen, admitting that it has been unfortunate, but saying, we're going to solve this problem as a family. We're all going to stay together. And by staying together, I think they will be able to work out a wonderful thing, not only for this husband and wife, not only for the child, but for everyone involved.
You'd think it would be a grand thing to do.
I hope they will do it.
Well, after that statement from Dr. Davis, Miss Hurst?
Well, I think, Dr. Davis, my reaction is a little less complicated because I have jumped very nimbly to one side of the question here. With due respect for your attitude, it seems to me you have left out a very important and highly predictable angle in this picture, something known as the humanness of nature. We may not be able to predict that taxicab that is going to throw us down, but I think with a certain degree of subtlety we can arrive at a conclusion. Now, you take the picture of this family. Up to now, it seems to me, the family has been considered, the desires of the sister, I can understand it, the feeling of that family, the maternal instinct of the mother. I think when you boil them down, there's nothing but hazard in this situation. I think that this child is going to be the football in this family. And if maternalism means anything, the mother is not going to be able to bear quietly seeing her sister assume the role that is rightfully hers.
I admit, Miss Hurst, that the hazard is there, but I don't see that the hazard is particularly different from the hazard that you would have in any similar plan. In having your own child, there is a hazard. You can't predict what is going to happen. It's really quite an adventure to give birth to your own child. I'm merely saying that this is one of those life situations in which confidence and faith can work it out.
Well, that's very fine, but I have confidence and faith in the ultimate working out of this child's life outside the battle that is almost certainly sure to take place in the home of these well-meaning people, and I congratulate the husband for his sageness and wisdom.
Well, Dr. Peel, it looks as if you're caught in between.
Well, I've listened with great interest to the problem and also to the comments of my distinguished partners on the panel. I think that Dr. Davis' suggestion offers a very tempting solution to the problem, to solve it within the family. But as I listened to the husband, I became aware that there is a very deep problem here. It would seem to me that the marriage of this young couple would be brought into jeopardy if they were to adopt this child. And that, of course, would be a tragic outcome of the problem.
How about the relationship between the young woman who is married and the young sister who is the mother of the child?
Well, at the start, it seems to be a happy solution for the married sister, to take the child of the unmarried sister. But as Miss Hurst says, you have human nature to be considered here. Ultimately, I'm sure that there would be a competition between these two sisters for the affection of the child. And in effect, then, you would have the child torn asunder in its own loyalties.
Well, Dr. Peel, what about the philosophy of the whole system of adoption?
Well, I think there have been a great many bitter stories to indicate that adoption should be absolutely final. That when a child is taken away from a mother for adoption, it should be a final and permanent solution, which it would not be in this case.
Well, Dr. Peel, in your opinion, it would be a wonderful thing to do if it were established beyond question that it could be done constructively and with benefit to all concerned. You believe that the advantages here are outweighed by the disadvantages?
I do.
To sum up, the majority of the board feels that the husband is right in pointing out the dangers that exist, that there might be a serious clash between the two mothers in the bringing up of the child, and the situation would be very delicate for all concerned if the child found out later that the aunt is actually the mother. The decision of the board is an agreement with the husband. Of course, as a practical matter, a way out of this dilemma, arrangements can be made for the placement of the child and ultimate adoption by a family where these involvements are not present. It should be done, of course, through an accredited agency, ensuring complete secrecy for the mother. We trust further that the young husband and wife are earnestly desirous of adopting a child. I would say in many ways well equipped to provide the benefits of a good home, something that should be more thoroughly investigated, will be permitted to do so through the intervention of the same agency. And now, this closing word. It is earnestly to be hoped that the actual parties to conflict here will see the wisdom of compliance and adjust their differences as a result of the influence brought to bear by this board. The experience of life tends to indicate that all things work together for good, something we can't always see at the time. But often, before we know it, the gloom begins to lift and the heart begins to lighten. It was Henry Van Dyke who expressed this attitude in words ever memorable, when after paying toll to youth and age, to life's inevitable losses and disappointments, he joyously declared that his heart would keep the courage of the quest and hope the road's next turn would be the best. Our faith for all of us in these times is that it will be.
Next week at the same time, the Court of Human Relations will bring to you another absorbing and dramatic chapter of real life, another distinguished panel of mediators, and the famed pioneer personality in human relations programs, A.L. Alexander.